All right, Mr. Solomon, so we just finished up our driver lesson. And before we hit the road, I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about your practice.
Okay.
So could you kind of explain to me, where do you do most of your practice? What's the frequency? And then kind of describe your practice. Like, what is the intention of it? How do you break up your time? Or do you break it up by amount of golf balls hit, etc.?
Okay. Well, so I've got various different means of practice. I come out here to a covered range and hit off mats for about an hour every day, Monday through Friday at lunchtime. So I start out with my wedges and I'm, hitting my 100, 135, 150 yard shots. And I kind of hit as many until I feel like I'm hitting it the way I want to hit it, and I'm always hitting at target. So, and then I move on to my mid irons, and then hit my 5-iron rescue club, and then hit my 7-wood. Occasionally I might hit a driver or two, but that's generally my sequence. And then as part of my hitting Monday through Friday, then I'll come out to the practice chipping green and hit some chips, and then do some practice putting. All that I didn't do a lot the last couple of weeks because I had plugged in sand at the greens. So I didn't want to screw up my putting stroke. So
Of course.
and then at home, I've got a little dog that likes to chase balls, so I've got a mat in the backyard where I hit balls to the dog, and then he retrieves them and brings them back, and it's anywhere from a wiffle ball to a tennis ball to a lacrosse ball to a golf ball.
Yeah. Wow.
And which gives me an incredible amount of feel and touch, because to get some height on a lacrosse ball, you've got to really have good tempo and you've got to hit it perfect. So from years of doing that for the dog, that's really refined my pitching game, chipping and pitching. And then in the living room, I've got a little cup that I can putt into. So
it sounds like every day you pretty much practice.
Yeah, I'm doing something.
Game. Nice.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's good. What else do you do to work on your feels other than, is there anything that you do without a club, like exercise or just any drills?
Oh, I do a little bit of stretching, but I would like to, maybe figure out a way to stay long with the woods and the driver. So figure out something for that without being able to work on that without having a club in my hand.
Yeah, well, and what's also important too, I think, is the intentionality and being able to connect your practice to what your goals are, of course. It's great to go out every day and practice all aspects of the game, but sometimes, you might just, it might be more fruitful to just focus on a feel.
Sure.
Sure. Like something I do a lot around the house is really just for mobility's sake too, and I think it's a really replicable feel, is that I'll like put my hands under my armpits and just take my stance and really practice getting a full chest and shoulder turn.
Oh, yeah.
Because then that way, it really feels like a one-piece connected takeaway, and you can do that in the mirror. Stand down the line of the mirror, do that without moving your head, and then once you complete the motion, then look up and kind of see your checkpoints. And do you have as much tilt as you want? Do you feel like you're loaded into your lead side? There's just stuff like that that you can do around the house.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's also just a good warm up on the range too, so you don't get out here and just immediately start rapid firing. And,
right.
That might help you stay intentional with your practice. So. Yeah, well, thank you for letting me know that, and it's great that as a student you practice all the time, and that makes it a lot easier as a coach to help you out going forward. So,
all right.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, look forward to the next lesson.
Yes, sir.
All right.